Bueno, nos encontramos con más de los personajes de la película Pixels. Hola, Josh, Peter, ¿cómo están?
Hola.
How are you?
Muy bien, ¿y usted?
Muy bien, muy bien. Feliz con esta película.
Gracias.
Did you get it?
Yes.
Happy with this movie. So, how were you as a child in your childhood playing with video games? Was that a very important part of your life?
It was, yeah. We didn't have it until later at home, so we'd have to go off to the arcade.
But I
in
feel
the
like
center of
Jersey must
town.
have been like a...
Flooded with arcades.
Flooded with arcades,
we-
right?
Every summer we'd
Florida was too.
go down to Long Beach Island, and me and my buddy Chris Strauss would, instead of going to the beach and meeting girls, we'd head straight to the arcade.
Really?
And play.
And meet grown men.
meet grown men who invited us into their bands.
Was
Um,
it was it funnier
Big
to
Pepper.
play into arcades than in home? Or what was the difference?
Well, that was my childhood, so
Yeah.
I don't know which one is better. It's apples and oranges, but I just enjoyed the social atmosphere of the arcades. And then the Ataris came out, and then you could have that at home, and that was a mind blower. So, but then you'd always invite your friends over to play with you.
Yeah.
It was a much more communal experience, whether you were in the arcades or you were at home. When we first got Nintendos, I remember everybody coming over to play Zelda. It was a group event.
Because there were everybody has them now. Back then they were much rarer, so there'd
Yeah.
be like one or two
Right.
kids in the neighborhood who had them. You got it, so everybody would have to still have to go over to that house and
Yeah.
play them. Yeah.
And tell me about your characters in this movie. You play a group of guys who used to play a lot, and now you're trying to save the world from these pixels coming out from outer space.
Yeah, we're social misfits. Each of us has a unique ability when it comes to gameplay, and we're a very unlikely group of heroes. We don't have superpowers, we don't have capes. What we do have is a skill set that is very unique and very useful.
Very special set of skills.
Very special set of
That's what
skills.
we do have.
That is a great Bono impression.
A Bono impression.
Love that
That was
song.
a really good
Yeah,
Liam Neeson.
that's
That was really good.
no, it was
Yeah, it was.
Brendan Gleeson.
That was Domhnall Gleeson.
It was Domhnall.
Sorry to sidetrack. So, I don't even know what I was saying.
No, you weren't
Yes,
saying
Your Honor.
much.
Yes, Your Honor.
I read the tape back.
Yeah, let's move on then. This is like a very, very happy entourage doing this movie, playing together, acting together. Was that translated to the screen? Like you were just having fun, and we are gonna have fun seeing the movie.
Yeah, I think so. Steven Soderbergh was on Charlie Rose once years ago, and Charlie Rose asked him a great question. He said, "Does the fact that you have fun on a movie, does that translate to the big screen? Does that necessarily make the movie great?" And he said, if that was the case, Cannonball Run would be the greatest film of all time. But I feel like it does infuse the movies.
Yeah.
And like Cannonball Run, you could see how much fun they were
And by the
having
way,
in the movie.
Cannonball Run is the greatest.
It-
movie of all
it
time.
really
So
is.
Shame on,
It's
shame
true.
on you, Mr. Soderbergh.
But I just love that question and that answer. It's sort of like, for me, as I get older, I sort of sometimes, God hope for the best, but I don't have a crystal ball in terms of public opinion. But what's most important to me is my experience on a movie set now, working with people like Josh and Adam and Kevin and Michelle and Chris Columbus. That's what inspires and makes my life richer.
You have two of the most popular characters in history now. They're
and
gonna
that
pass.
helps too.
Yeah, and do you see yourself like together in a video game, the character from Game of Thrones and Olaf?
I think it would be a very disturbing video game.
Yeah.
Sexual.
What?
What?
Wait, what?
Thank you, guys. These guys are funny.
Thank you so much.
Thank